Her voice cracked over the phone, like she'd rehearsed this moment too many times in front of a mirror, each word trembling with the weight of unsaid apologies. "I'm ready to talk," she whispered, but I didn't answer right away. Instead, I let the silence stretch. Heavy, deliberate. It wasn't hesitation. It was control. I wanted her to feel the full weight of it. 6 weeks earlier, she had stood in our kitchen with her arms crossed, as if holding herself together by sheer force. She said she needed space, time to figure things out. No contact. When I asked if there was someone else, she flinched but denied it. Said it wasn't about anyone else, just about her, about us, about the crushing weight of routine and expectations. She said she loved me but needed clarity, so I gave it to her. I didn't call, didn't text. I honor her so-called journey. But clarity, I learned, doesn't come from cocktails on a beach. Her mother, not the most tech-savvy, had posted vacation photos on Facebook without a second thought. There she was, my wife, tanned, glowing, sitting close to a man with a jawline I recognized from old yearbooks. Jason Monroe, her high school sweetheart. The one who had shattered her heart long before I ever held it. They weren't discreet. The way her hand rested on his thigh, his arm wrapped around her waist, their smiles drenched in sunshine and betrayal. I stared at those pictures until the screen blurred, then logged out, shut the laptop, and stood up, feeling nothing. We had built a life together. A house with squeaky floors, a dog that barked nonstop when it rained, lazy movie nights, burnt pancakes on Sundays, inside jokes whispered in crowded rooms. I thought we were solid, real, but I was the backup plan, the safe bet, the placeholder until temptation felt familiar again. The next day, I took off my wedding ring, placed it carefully in an envelope alongside her grandmother's locket, and sent it, all of her things from our home, off to her parent house across the state. I paid extra for overnight delivery. Then I called our financial advisor and split the accounts cleanly, legal and unemotional. I moved half our savings into a separate account under my name alone. I unfollowed her, blocked her, and changed my relationship status to single. Not complicated, not separated, single. But I didn't stop there. I remembered the password she always reused. I logged into her email, the shared cloud storage. Even the Spotify she forgot was still on my card. I followed the trail. Flights booked to Aruba, hotel reservations in both their names, messages with her sister. Asked her if it feels so right with him this time. This is real. Real, right? Asterisk convenient, too. I didn't scream or throw things. I got smarter, sharper. I contacted a lawyer and sent him everything. The photos, hotel receipts, the timeline. Adultery still mattered in our state, especially when finances were on the line. She had no idea I paused the joint credit card the day she left. Every drink, every room upgrade came out of her own account. A paper trail of indulgence on her dime. Quietly, I listed the house for sale. I could afford to wait. The market was hot, and I knew exactly how to stage a home so it looked untouched, like no one had ever lived there. I wrote my resignation letter too, not from my job, but from a marriage. Cold, precise, served with legal documents tucked inside. So when she called 6 weeks later, ready to talk, she thought I was still waiting, still her safety net, still that quiet, patient husband. But patience runs out. I saw the pictures. Finally, I said, her breath caught, voice trembling. That's not what it looks like. It looks like his hand was halfway up your dress. You tagged along to Aruba to figure yourself out. I didn't mean for it to happen. You meant for me to sit here waiting. She said nothing. Your things are at your parents' house. I added. You should ask your mom about the photos. She's quite the artist with betrayal. Her voice broke. Can we just talk in person? I miss you. I messed up. Please. You didn't mess up, I said, calm now. You made a choice. She drove back the next day, pulled into the driveway like nothing had changed, except the locks had. She called from the porch, but I didn't pick up. Instead, I sent a text, one word, asterisk lawyer asterisk, and the name, the number. She didn't knock again. 2 weeks later, the house sold. I moved into a downtown apartment with tall windows and no memories. I kept the dog. She never asked about that. Mutual friends tried to stay neutral. I didn't argue. Truth doesn't need a PR campaign. It just waits, quietly, until it sinks in. Her mom deleted the photos. Her sister stopped posting altogether. Jason Monroe? Turns out he was on probation for a DUI. Real catch. She sent a letter once. Handwritten pages of apologies. Said she missed me. Said she was lost. Said I was the best thing that ever happened to her. I never replied. Betrayal teaches you who someone really is. But revenge? Revenge teaches you who you are. And I learned I'm not the kind of man who begs. I'm the kind who listens, who watches, who waits. And when the time is right, I disappear so thoroughly from your life, it's like I was never there. That's not punishment. It's precision. It's power. It's peace.